I have to make sure my audio's on first. Because that seems to be a problem for me. Okay, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Dead by Daylight Diaries. Today, we are doing Survivor Kate Denson. As always, we're going to start with her backstory and perks. One of Kate Denson's earliest memories was standing in front of her family, singing a song that she'd learned that morning at school, and watching smiles spread across their faces. Seeing how something as simple as a song could make people so happy was the moment when she knew what she wanted to do with her life. She practiced, learned the guitar as soon as she was big enough to reach over it, and was performing in front of crowds by the time she was 8 years old. Her mother did everything she could to fulfill Kate's dreams, taking her all over home state of Pennsylvania, then across the South, and even to Nashville itself. Kate won folk music competitions and talent shows whenever she participated, but for her to win, others had to lose, and that wasn't in her nature. She only wanted an outlet, a way to touch people's lives, to make them forget the worries of the world and just enjoy themselves, if only for a while. With age came a newfound freedom. She bought a battered old Chevy truck and was able to travel around by herself, meeting fans and making new friends whenever she stopped. Hers wasn't a story of rock excess, though. Just the road, her guitar, and maybe a good bourbon at the end of the day. Did I say it right? Bourbon? Bourbon? Bourbon?
Cold and then
Bourbon. From sunbaked festivals to dark and cozy bars, people flocked to her voice and her self-penned songs of friendship, family, love, and home. These sentiments weren't just lip service. She made sure to return home as often as she could to help out in her community and entertain the local children with her tales of the wider world. She saw it as a way of giving back, of supporting others in the same way she had. It was home where she found most of her inspiration as well. She'd always loved to take long walks in the woods around her town, exploring off the beaten track, finding a quiet spot to play and write her songs. She had a favorite location she returned to time and again, a natural hollow encircled by trees that looked almost as if it had been blasted out of the rocks thousands of years ago. Here she felt a strong connection to nature and to the earth itself. She let her mind be enveloped by the forest, and it rewarded her with constant inspiration. She picked up her guitar and played, her fingers danced across the fretboard. The music that she made this time was unlike her usual uplifting tunes, being much more melancholy, even dark. Still, something compelled her to continue to finish the song. Around her, the leaves vibrated in unison with the guitar strings, and the boughs of the trees lengthened, coalescing into a living form. Spider-like legs descended from the canopy above, grasping for her. Regaining her senses, she grabbed a rock and tried to beat them back, but their skin was hard as iron, and the rock simply bounced off and skittered away. The legs coiled like tendrils around her limbs and lifted her towards the darkness overhead. Fog rolled across the clearing, obscuring both Kate and the creature of nightmares that drew her up towards itself. When the fog cleared, there was no sign of any struggle or of life, just an acoustic guitar, the scratch plate engraved with flowers, as well as the initials KD inlaid in mother of pearl. Alright, first perk we have Dance With Me. While performing a fast vault or leaving a locker in a sprint, you leave no scratch marks for 3 seconds. When performing a fast vault or leaving a locker. Cooldown, or Dance With Me has a cooldown of 40 seconds. Windows of Opportunity unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. Auras of pallets, breakable walls, and vault locations are revealed to you when within a 32-meter range. And lastly, we have Boil Over. You are a battler and do everything to escape a foe's grasp. Your struggling effects on the killer are increased by 80%. You obscure the killer's ability to see hook auras within 16 meters. You gain 33% of current wiggling process when the killer drops from great heights. Yeah, she's got little bits of her songs in there as well. This one says, "Bucking wild, swing to be free. Your hands just can't keep a hold of me. Boil over." Alright, so we have all 3 of her base perks equipped. I just have a little toolbox on here. Looks like we need to visit the blood web maybe. Do we got any? Got 1 escape cake. And so now we have to consider what kind of build we want to make with these perks. I feel like this will be the most difficult one because it is so specific and for such a small amount of time. This one I am familiar with and use. This one I'm familiar with and use. This one I never seem to use. So I don't know if that's where we should make our start or if it's just not something we want to focus on. Alright, so what do we want to start with here? So she's very much, I would say, this is an information and a chase perk. This I'd say is a chase perk, and this is kind of the end of the process chase perk in a way. Because you could get away with the high percent and the obscuring the hook. So we can either round her out or focus more on that. I have done this one with her before, but I don't feel like it's the right choice. Kate, you are tricky. Actually, I feel like this might be a good one to try. I wonder, because I feel like it might work good with the boil over. And of course we're going to brainstorm what Kate's special item and ability will be. That Steve is called Donald me. Yoonjin Lee woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Alright, let's go back again. What was that you gain? So this just makes it harder for the killer to carry you. It doesn't actually... There is, of course, 2 of these basic ones. Spine show. Kate might actually be tougher than I was anticipating. So first items that come to mind is cowboy boots and a guitar, which from her little description, it was very clear her guitar was left. The entity didn't take it. So I don't know if that would be her item, plus guitars are pretty big and not as easy and practical. Whereas cowboy boots, we already know Meg has special running shoes. So I don't know if we'd want to go that route again. Even though it's different and could offer a different But then again, she's also a singer. I believe she's the only singer survivor. Eugene Lee is a producer, not a singer. And for her, I was thinking her playlist. Alright, here we go. So you can see already, what is it, windows of opportunity, we see the pallets, we see the walls, and we see vault locations. So here, I'll go in that way. Alright, let's go this way. One thing her story really emphasized is how friendly and kind she is. Is that the doctor? So we can't see the entire map. We're just seeing what's in our 32-meter range. I don't think it's necessary to do any sort of aura perk to extend that. Another thing, one of Yui's perks comes to mind, but again, you'll see the pallets anyway, so it's kind of redundant. We have to remember to see if we can really focus on dance with me. Alright, looks like some shenanigans is going on. Maybe he's listening to the Steve's name. I can't do anything, Steve! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I can't get him up. Oh, now he wants me. So I'm actually wondering if maybe a ground perk would be good to go with Kate, because pretty much could always use one. And it would round her out just a little bit. there pizza on this map? Oh my god! Kate has cowboy boots that she can wear and stomp down breakable walls. I like that because then that gives the survivor the chance to interact with the walls. And I understand seeing them is handy, but you're not actually able to do anything with them. But if she had special stomping boots, I feel like maybe Dance With Me would be good with, would be good with some of those perks that kind of let you disappear and chase. Alright, Tunnel Me has finally left. Oh, well, the vault did it. That was a pretty wild match. Alright, so we need to change our challenge, which is good because I actually believe that I have some Kate challenges we need to do. I feel she was like Tom 2 for some reason. Oh, maybe it's not this one? 3? Bullets, pallet, and a chase. While using chase with me, do it in a single trial. Okay. That might be tough. I'm just bring a med kit because I don't really know what else. No more escape cake. Okay, so this didn't come in handy for us, but again, matches are very situational, so just off the record. Another Steve. I don't think this is the